Good evening, and welcome to the Cortisone. How's everyone doing tonight? Out of curiosity, who's here for the first time at court? By your applause. We're happy to have you tonight. My name is David Burrows, and on behalf of the whole cast of the Drowsy Chaperone, we want to welcome you tonight and thank you for joining us here at Corda. Now, before we even start, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the land on which we have performed tonight sits on the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. We'd also like to acknowledge the many other tribes and indigenous nations that call this beautiful land home. We give thanks to the land and surrounding water for sustaining us. Now, we know you have a lot of choices of where you spend your Saturday night. We want to thank you for joining us here at the Cortisone. On that note, we want to give a shout out to our many friends in the Windsor and Essex Theatre community who also have upcoming shows you might enjoy. The Bank Theatre in Leamington presents One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You have one more chance to see that tomorrow, April 21st. Windsor Light Music Theatre will present the SpongeBob musical. And that runs May 3rd to the 12th at Christchurch Theatre. Arts Collective Theatre has Newsies Jr. running from May 10th to the 12th at the Capitol Theatre. Riverfront Theatre Company has Madagascar Jr. running May 17th through the 25th. University Players has just finished their 65th season, but have an exciting season coming up, so keep your ears peeled for upcoming announcements. Coming up next, right here at the Cortisone, we have The Trench, directed by Jeremy Burke. Even before that, though, on May the 3rd is our stand-up comedy night. Lots of local comedians and people coming from Toronto as well to tickle your funny bones. If you like to laugh, you've come to the right place. So a bit about our show. It's a one-act musical. There's no intermission. It's a pretty short and sweet show. If you'd like to enjoy a snack or beverage, though, this is your last chance. Our concessions booth is still open at the front of the theater. We have to serve you. Programs. There are programs available digitally. There's no physical program. If you look at the arms of your chair or the seat right in front of you, you'll see a QR code there. You can scan that with your smartphone and obtain our program right there online. Photography or recording of the show is prohibited for copyright reasons. For the benefit of the actors or your fellow patrons, please take a moment now to silence or turn off all cell phones or electronic devices that might make noise during the performance. I'll give you a second to silence that, or put it on vibrate, whatever turns you on. Washrooms are available downstairs and to your left for your inconvenience. The Drowsy Chaperone features music, comedy, and tap dancing. Viewer discretion is advised. Now please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Drowsy Chaperone.
I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short, oh God above. 2 hours is fine, 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience, oh God. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story and a few songs to take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, it wasn't so long ago that people sitting in a darkened theater would think thoughts like, I wonder what George and Ira Gershwin have got for us tonight. Or, do you really think Cole Porter can pull it off again? Can you imagine? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be that sitting in a theater, you knew that when the lights came up, you would be taken away to another world. A world of color and music and glamour. And you would think to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? You know that feeling, Blue?
Yeah.
It's a little anxious for no particular reason, a little sad that I should be feeling anxious at this age. It's a self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness. A state that I call blue. Well, anyways, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my records. So I was going through my records this morning, and I was about to put on the soundtrack recording to Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. And I thought to myself, no, let's have ourselves a treat, shall we? Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, when the champagne flowed, while the caviar chilled, and the whole world was a party for the wealthy. Anyways, so I dug about, and what did I find but one of my favorite albums, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone, remember?
Yeah.
Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. You remember this one?
No.
Well, it's a 2-record set, remastered from the original 1928 recording. It features the original score and cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this is a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read to you what it says on the back. Mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, gay wedding means something entirely different today, but back then it just meant fun. And that's just what this show is. It's fun. So, would you indulge me? Could I play this record for you now? Yes. Well, I was hoping you would say yes. You hear that static? I love that sound. To me, that's the sound of a time machine starting up. Visualize! It's November 1928. You've just arrived at the front doors of the Roscoe Theater in New York City. It's very cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November is the new August. Global warming. We're all doomed. Anyways, it's very cold. A heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky, but you don't care, because you're about to see a Broadway show! Listen! Isn't this wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of fashion now. I miss them. To me, an overture is the show's way of welcoming you. Hello, and welcome to the show. Your entree will be ready soon. In the meantime, please enjoy this appetizer. That's all an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo bladder of tunes, if you will. Oh, what's this? Something new. A little rollicking, perhaps a dance tune? Maybe involving pirates? Don't worry, there are no pirates in this show, for those of you with sensitivities towards pirates. And here it comes, the music builds, and you know, you're just moments away from being taken away to another world. Here it comes, the curtain opens, the lights beam down, I can't wait.
Oh, there you are. How do I look?
You look radiant, Mrs. Topdale.
Oh, I do love this dress so. It never goes out of style.
It's a miracle, madam.
My dress, my fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Could someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, your dress, your fancy dress. 'Twas such a pleasure airing it, restitching every
seducer. I've lost my leading lady. I gotta stop this wedding or I'm not worth squat.
I'm kidding, just kidding. I think that Mr. Fancy, I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot.
With pastry chef, across the heart with pastry chef. No bakery, a bakery is what we got.
I'm not poor, my name is Anapor. I am the king of romance, so I kiss the Lord.
You are the king of romance, so you kiss the Lord. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Someone hasn't come, someone isn't here. Where is Janet Van and when will she appear?
I'm Janet, Janet Van de Graaff. Here's to marry Robert Martin. Giving up a life of glamour to tie the knot. Am I late? I'm the chaperone of Janet Van de Graaff. Maid of honor, friend and confidant, and all that rot. Where's the bar?
Prohibition, madam.
Good thing I brought my own. Champagne makes me drowsy.
Almost happening. Oh God, what is happening?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix, queen of the sky. I circle through the stars in my modern apparatus. I'm Trix, the aviatrix. I gotta fly. I'll see you when they time enough.
So, the guests have all arrived. We have a bride who's giving up the stage for love, her debonair bridegroom, a harried producer, two jovial gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a flaky Corrine, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, what we now call a lesbian. And my favorite character of them all, the Drowsy Chaperone. What more do you need for an evening's entertainment? And we will ding along! I don't even know what that means. But I will lead you through this story as best I can. Don't worry, it won't be very hard to follow. So, we begin with a welcome from a love-struck groom.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. Why, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl? and think that glamorous showgirl would be willing to give up a successful career for me. Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for the prohibition, I would say, let's raise a glass.
Here, here.
To Miss Janet, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not!
Excuse me.
Well, the groom mustn't see his bride on the day of his wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that part, because that's basically the plot. Hang on for the ride.
This will be served in the Arabian room. Say, it's a little early in the day to start drinking, don't you think?
I don't understand the question.
Robert, who's my little monkey?
I am. I'm your little monkey.
So the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Belting!
Getting married, leaving show business.
Mr. Belting.
Doesn't she know about obligations?
Mr. Belting, I could be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I stand out in the chorus.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
But I've been taking lessons. You know, singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Oh yeah, I'm getting pretty good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feltzing were married in real life. It's true. Jack and Sadie Adler. Now, this is a familiar comic construct. A stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid in the play, but at the end she does something very clever, which makes everyone wonder whether it was all just an act. The irony is, Sadie really was quite stupid. Apparently, Jack had to explain all the jokes to her. Still, she had a wonderful career in the theater. At the time, the stage was the only place where stupid people could make a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A petite four, Mr. Felton.
Boys, not now.
How about a nice profiterole?
I'm not hungry.
Well, maybe we can give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion's to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
And primarily
employees of a certain individual
A certain individual.
a certain individual
who happens to be the largest single investor in Feldzing's Follies, and he sent us here
as pastry chefs
to express his concern about Miss Vandegraff's impending nuptials.
specifically.
If she gets married and leaves the show,
Then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
No, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No! Oh, but I do have a cousin in Seattle!
Boys, you tell your boss this wedding's never gonna happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right.
But go back in that void and that would be a recipe for disaster. Have we made ourselves perfectly eclair?
One can only hope.
You just gotta be kidding me.
A trifle
Oh,
more.
don't you talk
All
about
right,
it!
all right. We're on the pastry chef routine.
Oh, alas, we can osh.
We're on the lamb.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon!
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall Brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were born Abram and Mendel Mauslaskowitz, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They're an early example of the typical Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movements. Not very intimidating at all, unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but the reasons that would not be appropriate to this situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Feldzing. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Yeah, try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for!
Holy cats! Mr. Belting! They're gangsters!
Very perceptive. Go pound your face. Gotta stop this wedding, but how? How? Good Lord in heaven, how?
I always found that moment a little bit overplayed. But with the story well on its way, we go now to the groom's room. groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He got his start as the all-right toothpaste man, remember? His fabulous smile adorned every tube. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. If you look at the label, it was the 5th ingredient down, right under sugar. It wasn't long before Percy Hyman became a huge matinee idol.
Oh, now don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course!
I love Percy Hyman. Now, a lot of people say that he was a bad actor, and to those people, I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man, naked and a-quaking, trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something may be bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet, yeah, the uncontrollable feet. Really make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty oranges, they can lurk this way. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches played in ragtime swing. Make printed songs come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, turn them into cold feet. Really make them cold feet. Ha! You know, you backstabbing worm! Well, now you have to find another minister. Say, what are you up to now? I'm practicing a song one of the old maids taught me, a Dixie remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you've got jitters? I got jitters. I still gotta get out of rice, a boutonnieres, and now another minister. I got the weight of this wedding on my shoulders.
You know what you got? Cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Cold feet.
What do I do? Skull feet.
No! Sit down, you make the cold feet hot. Watch. George, you're dancing!
I am. Nope. Thank you. Really good. I love it. Anyway, any more? Is there more? 5, 6, 7.
passing years had taken their toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. Then they wheeled him out, and he had that wide-eyed expression of pain and confusion on his face. You know the one I'm talking about? The one that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. You know the one? The kind of look that says, "Who are you? Who am I? Why is that cake on fire?" You know what I'm talking about? Anyways.
All right, enough of that dancing around like a fool.
I'm sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day.
You could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is far too dangerous. Why don't you try going out for a skate instead? That's what I like to do when I need to blow off some steam.
George, you think of everything.
Wait. Oh, no. You can't go out like that. What if Janet sees you? Here, take my blindfold.
George! What would I do without you?
Just looking out for you, my boy. And hey, no more tap dancing, eh? No problem. Okay. Wedding bells will ring. And the wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore that. It does this sometimes. It rings. Just ignore it. It will stop. What? What do you want?
Hello. You've reached my answering machine. I'm not available at the moment, but if you leave your name and number and a brief message, I will get back to you at my convenience. Thank you.
Well, there we go. Moment ruined. Thank you. Thank you, life. God, I hate this. It's like a cell phone going off in the theater. You know, I hate that. Oh, hello. Hey, what are you doing? I'm just at the theater, ruining the moment for everybody. Oh, I couldn't be at the theater tonight, so I'm ruining the moment by proxy. Oh, well, you're a piece of garbage, aren't you? Well, you are too. Bye. Let's shake that off, shall we? Let's go back in our minds to 1928. There were no cell phones in 1928. I'm sure they had something else for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something. And we turn our attention to the glamorous Janet Vandergraaf as she entertains questions from reporters while she lounges by the pool.
Miss Vandergraaf, is it true you're leaving other life on the stage to marry a man you barely know?
Yes. Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned, briefly. And then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
You shan't.
I shan't.
We quote you on that.
Of course.
One more question.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How come you leave the footlights when you know you got grease paint running through your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet. Come on. Dump them up. Stick with the follies. Give you anything you want. All right. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, then you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss
off. She don't wanna show off.
I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off no more. Off no more.
Not me.
Can't you see? It's killing us so.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
As the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? You remember the Oops girl?
No.
Surely, you must remember the Oops girl.
Yeah. No.
Don't you people read? She was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great that she would cause the men around her to have accidents. They would spill their drinks or crash their cars into the trees, that sort of thing. And then she would go, whoops. She'd go, whoops. Well, I'm not doing doing injustice. But back then, people ate it up. They made a whole series of films. Oops, Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay. Begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'll need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. Need one of those, what do you call them? A European.
Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Now, Aldolfo was played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. Remember him? He was later found dead at his chateau in Nice. He drank himself to death, remember? They didn't find the body for 5 days. And by the time they found him, he had been partially consumed by his poodles, remember? What? He was only partially consumed.
Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
I am Aldolfo.
You are Aldolfo?
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Not the Aldolfo.
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes.
Why, just now I overheard the groom saying that Aldolfo, he's a scoundrel.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel.
Those very words.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel.
It's like I'm hearing it all over again.
This is outrageous! Assigning this to people, to beautiful ladies who praise from back and law!
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him!
No, don't kill him, just hurt him enough so he can't get married.
Take him into this groom. Wait!
What?
What kind of a man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
he's big on the outside.
No. Aldolfo is not quite big man. Oh, hey! Love people! Aldolfo can punt for away, but no big man.
Ah, so you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Aldolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his
door.
No. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his
window.
No. Revenge back in a man is best through his
throwaways. There are no other ways. I'm not Santa Claus coming down to the
through his woman.
His woman?
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman.
His woman?
His bride.
Adolfo will make a love to the bride. That will show people that Adolfo is no scoundrel. Take me to his bride. Wait.
What?
What kind of a woman is this bride? A big woman?
No.
A burly woman?
No. She's the cat's pajamas.
Pajamas?
She's a looker, an attractive lady.
Yes. Take me to this cat in pajamas. Adolfo will make her.
Stop!
Like a cat in pajamas.
Roman Bartelli chewing the scenery. You certainly could couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? No. Modern audiences are far too sophisticated to entertain such broad racial stereotypes, and that's why we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Underling,
Yes, madam.
the pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Underling, we'll have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
I am aware of that, madam.
We're going to use code words. For instance, if someone says they'd like a glass of ice water, it really means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got it?
Yes,
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice
Vodka.
Well, there you go. One less thing to do. Underling, might I have a nice refreshing glass of ice water? I found my meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying, and I'd enjoy a nice refreshing glass of ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka!
I hate this scene.
Well, now I really do need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, a glass of ice water. Are you going deaf?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poo!
You know, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone was really quite progressive for its time. Casting a pregnant Sadie Adler as Kitty, for instance.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka!
Yes, in some ways the show was quite progressive. In other ways, it was really, really stale, even in 1928. You know what? I'm going to skip ahead.
Ah! That was... Well, now, where are you going?
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sakes, why?
I'm going to wring out my cummerbund and make myself a gimlet.
doing in the show? And the answer is really quite simple. There's a song coming up, and they needed something to allow for a set change. It's mechanics. It's like pornography. Let me explain what I mean by that. In pornography, the story is quite simplistic. How am I going to pay for this pizza, being the classic example? My point is, as with music theater, the story really only exists to connect the longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, what kind of society do we live in where we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and music theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now, this is a very interesting scene. This is the only time in the show where Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are on stage alone together. You see, Jane Roberts was an emerging star, while Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension. But I suppose that's normal, considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No, I I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of orders.
Have you ever been married, Underlay?
Heavens no, madam. If I am to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you too. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know. But somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big, monkey eyes, ah, gee, I get all woozy. That's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. For instance, I'm feeling woozy right now. And I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was well known for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired troops in every major global conflict up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that point, she was in her mid-80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as they did stupefy. But still, she insisted that a rousing anthem be included in every show she ever did, even if it wasn't appropriate. And you just couldn't say no to her. That's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bad. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you could just...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. So we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right, nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That's quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Let me explain.
Oh, really? That's not necessary. I suppose I was just looking for a sympathetic look.
It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica. Oh, please. You mustn't let it flick ya. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floor, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar, and we see that morning
inconveniences of others. My mother was like that.
Well, that was quite inspiring. But I'm still conflicted. Please, just tell me, is Robert the one for me?
My dear, you'll have to figure that out for yourself.
I just don't know if he loves me.
Why don't you just ask him? Why don't you just say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert. And I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
And I take that responsibility very, very seriously. I am, however, just at this moment feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. And I have to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering off into the garden, seeking your fiancé out, to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door? La la.
In walks Aldolfo. Come to seduce the bride.
I am Adolfo.
Try not to think of the poodles while you're listening to this.
I am Adolfo, and you are the bride.
No, I am not.
What? This is a bridal suite and you're the only one here. Therefore you must be the bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron.
What?
Me? No bride. Perhaps I can take a message.
Yes. Very good. Dear Van der Graaf the bride, I must make love to you and transport you to the place of ecstasy. Sooner is better. Signed, Adolfo, in your romance.
Well, you saw through my little ruse. You found me out.
So you are the bride.
Apparently. Take me, old doll face.
Adolfo! 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 You must remember the right name, because when we are making love, if you are screaming, you must say the right name, or it will! Spoil everything! How can I get you to remember my name? I'm sure that you have heard the name of downfall. The latest man who wins a claim of downfall. Along with this, I am the same of downfall. I introduce myself. I am a...
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast! Just very clear of downfall. I try to make it very clear of downfall. All the ladies always cheer of downfall. When I repeat to myself, I am Adolfo.
Understood.
I can sing it, I am Adolfo.
Let's see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Now who's the fellow that you see?
Aldolfo.
And who is it I'll always be?
Aldolfo.
I'll sing it proudly.
You are Aldolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. And all you lovely ladies sitting here for some reason, because maybe you are out of hearing or something, I don't know. It goes.
I mean, a real Latin lover, not a buffoon. But that's what music theater is all about. Romantic fantasy. About falling in love at the drop of a hat. It's about spontaneous tangoing. About suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. Hello?
Look out! Are you okay?
Madam, excuse me. It's my wedding day, so I have to wear a blindfold.
A blindfold?
Say, who am I speaking with anyhow?
Why, it's me. Me. Mimi.
Yeah?
Mimi from France.
This scene couldn't be more ridiculous.
You are marrying Janet Van der Graaf, no?
Oui.
I hear she is very beautiful
Oui.
and glamorous.
Oh, oui, oui.
Is it true she's an exceptionally broad range and excels at both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France did you say you were from?
Oh, the middle part. Where the Mexicos. You were telling me about how do you say in English? Fiancé.
That's right.
But tell me, when was the moment when you knew she was the only one for you?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Isle de France.
Yes.
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
And then I looked into her eyes. Her big, glamorous eyes. And then I felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell.
Yes, right on my keister. Oh, pardon my French. And then I said, oops, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
That's what she said. I knew it must be love.
Then you said?
There was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged chair, the hem that's been caught by a shoe. Okay, when my two lovesick arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. Oh, I'm an accident waiting to happen. So how may I happen to you?
And then what happened?
Then she joined in.
When and sweet, and they fall at my feet. My heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar,
A broken umbrella,
a branch hanging loose from a tree.
I can see myself jumping and clapping, or a man who lives dangerously.
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
So hurry and happen to me. Then what happened?
Then we kissed.
You're
an accident waiting to happen. So hurry and happen to
Wait a minute! You kissed a French girl on your wedding day!
Which? No! Baby! Wait, hold on! I can explain. Wow!
It seems the fake French accent and the blindfold have led to a terrible misunderstanding. I hope it all works out in the end. Of course it will. It's a musical. Everything always works out in the end in musicals. Not like real life. In real life, nothing ever works out. And the only people who burst into song are the hopelessly deranged.
Mr. Felton!
Where's that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Felton.
How long can it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Felton, you don't need Janet no more.
Kitty, not now.
But I've been working on a mind reading presenting Kitty the Incomprehensible! Now, think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
Okay? Okay, I'm getting it. Pick up some milk and a loaf of rye bread. And don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
Mr. Felton!
It would seem that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule.
So it's time for you to get your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something a little special for Mr. Felton?
Yeah, how about a Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
Toledo surprise? I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those who have white of it are generally never white from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then, you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up. Nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo. Toledo surprise.
Could you, run that by me again?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felton.
You chop the nuts.
Then, you pound the dough.
You bake it up. Nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo. Toledo surprise. What do you say? I think he needs a little taste.
All right.
Hold it! What style? What grace? What rhythm? Open your fist. Now shake them. Give me that recipe One more time. Da 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 da.
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up, crunch, nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise. So hit the beach, push it up, throw it in. That's a tasty Toledo surprise. Now you cook it, you heat it up. When you speed it up, when you heat it up, if it tries to run, don't let it. It's a snap. Try it, folks. With your legs, split your yolks. Then you got a Toledo surprise. You boys are that honest.
Yeah, keep it up. I'll be working the complex.
Wait a minute.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Toledo surprise.
I'm working on new applications.
You're putting gangsters in the show, but you won't put me in? They're not even in the union!
Maybe you got it all wrong. This new act, meant for you. They're your backup dancers.
Okay,
Try them on for size.
backup dancers! Holy cats!
Wait! I'm done for in making amends. The wedding is up!
What? For the love of God, what?
I'm done for has made love to the bride!
Right, you idiot. It's a chaperone.
What?
The wedding is on!
The wedding is off.
What?
Robert kissed a French girl. Her name is Mimi, and she's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet! She was just like you! Only French. Oh!
That's my mother of pearl!
Yes, madam. What's all this commotion about?
The wedding, madam.
There's going to be a wedding?
Not anymore. What a tragedy. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, boys. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up. Then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to ride, don't let it. Toledo surprise. Wait till it's ready.
Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise! Makes me twitch, makes me shake. This dessert takes the cake. Hits me like a torpedo. Toledo surprise!
Toledo surprise!
Surprise!
Drowsy Chaperone, which of course we are not. I hate intermissions. They ruin the magic, you know? They yank you back into reality. One moment you're lost in a world of romantic fantasy, color, music, and glamour, and then bam, you're surrounded by tourists, crinkling candy wrappers, and complaining of the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. It's a power bar. I'm getting swole for beach season. No, I have a blood sugar thing. I eat small meals throughout the day or else I get jittery. I know it's rude, but you would prefer this to the alternative. Believe you me. Believe you me. I remember my wedding day. I didn't have breakfast, and the ceremony wasn't until 4 o'clock, and by that point I was very jittery. No, I do. What? You're surprised I was married? Well, there you go. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people. I'm a very complicated character, full of nuance and intrigue. I have to pee. I'll be quick, I promise. While I'm gone, you can listen to the beginning of Act 2. Musical entirely. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of the Follies, by the way. Oh. Ouch. I'm sorry about that. I have a woman who comes in once a month. Can you say that? I have a woman? Anyways, she cleans the things that I absolutely refuse to clean. She's very good, but she has this terrible habit of putting my records away and in the wrong sleeves. Even though I tell her, no touch records, Carmela! No touch records! I suppose if I spoke to her in complete sentences, she would stop touching my records. Actually, that was from another Galen Stein musical, the beginning of Act 2 of a piece called The Enchanted Nightingale. It's this degrading piece of chinoiserie about an emperor who is told by a magic bird to marry his American elocutionist instead of his betrothed, so he built the Great Wall of China. It's a slap in the face to 4,000 years of Chinese history, but it has some wonderful tunes. Act 2 of The Drowsy Chaperone begins with this. A haunting lament from a very depressed bride. Now, she sings this while standing in the garden, bathed in the pale blue light of a sympathetic moon, which is ridiculous because this takes place in the middle of the afternoon. Now, while you're listening to this, try to ignore the lyrics. I know it will be difficult, but just block them out. They're not the best. The tune is beautiful and truly communicates her state of mind. Just ignore the lyrics.
I put a monkey on a pedestal and tried to make that monkey stay. And he did for a time, but he needed to climb and with other monkeys play. For when he left his jacket on the pedestal beside cup. And I haven't got the strength to pick them up. Oh, monkey, 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 you broke my heart in two. I'll always sing that pedestal for you.
I'm going to pour another brandy.
Come, my little monkey, come, my little monkey.
The melody is so simple. It just floats in the air. And I must confess, I get a little misty when I think of that jacket laying on a pedestal, its long sleeves dangling to the floor. Oh, monkey, monkey, monkey.
You broke my heart in two. I'll always save that pedestal
Pedestal?
for you. Come, my little monkey, come, my little monkey.
Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Who are you?
I'm Janet
Do
McNamara.
you need anyone?
I don't need anyone.
What about the love of one man?
But will I care for the love of one man when I am adored by millions? Don't be so pretty.
No, no, no.
I can rule the world, so I chose. Singing Freud's flowers to be every show. Richard Stein, she had me a rose.
Now she really let go.
I'm Janet, Janet McGrath. Ain't no nail that I can't hammer, or I give up my life of glamour, life of glamour, life of glamour.
I love this part. She's the biggest thing of mine.
Waiting to happen. I don't wanna show off no more. I don't wanna spread dirt no more. Be the greatest father no more. I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't, I do, I don't wanna show. Sure, Janet, future is secure. Janet, millions will do just fine. But any future I could never care to shade includes just one two-timing cat who drives me Is it the monkey on my pedestal?
It has a little bit of everything. A little Busby Berkeley, a little Jane Goodall. And that's another thing I love about music theater in general. When a character is in crisis, they sing and they dance. It's far more entertaining than just whining about everything. But that's the glory of music theater. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds and then something starts ringing.
Oh, Underling, what a beautiful day for a wedding.
Shall I have the pews removed now, or would you prefer I wait until morning?
You know what? I'm just going to stop this right here because I don't want this number ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have a vaudeville duo that has slipped through the cracks of time. They are Noel Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Lil. And I must confess, I know absolutely nothing about them. I assume Ukulele Lil played the ukulele, although she doesn't in this show. Actually, I tried to find out more about her. I read through all my books. I even looked on the internet. But all my searches ended with me looking at Tiny Tim's autopsy photos. Anyways, they're both charming.
Underling, why on earth would you have the pews removed?
The bride has called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, Underling, never listen to a bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion, Underling.
Yes, madam.
You can feel very close to someone 1 minute, and then why the next, you just want to strangle them. Do you understand?
I'm familiar with the urge to strangle, yes.
Well, you see, it's just the nature of love. Let me explain. Love makes lovers worry. Love makes lovers fret. But here's a fact on which we can depend. Just like long ago when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
But Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy, madam.
Oh, I never read reviews. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a din, but love has always been a trusty friend. 'Twas a happy fate for Hank VIII and Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
Might I remind you, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head?
Yes, she was in love. To Eve and Adam.
Oh, here we go again.
And Samson and Delilah too.
Good grief, may I pose a question?
Madam,
Why, yes, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do. Love is always lovely in the end.
I found that quite taxing. Excuse me, madam, while I fetch myself some ice water.
Love sneaks up behind you. Love drops from above. But love would never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me, and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
but your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean him, you silly coot. Love is always lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love is always lovely in the end.
Love is always lovely in the end.
Yes, that was quite lovely. But I must confess, on some level, that number pisses me off. Now, I'm going to say something here, and yes, I have been drinking. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that love is not always lovely in the end. Often in the end, there are lawyers. And another thing, Surely someone was aware of the awkward sexual connotation of that title. Love is always lovely.
Oh.
Is it just me? I guess what I'm trying to say is that that number is naive, and irresponsibly so. I'm sorry, but I felt like I needed to say something for the benefit of the young people. I won't interrupt anymore. Oh, there is a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
There you are. Oh, Chaperone, I'm in a terrible state.
You certainly are. You can't go to the wedding dressed like that.
Oh, you poor dear, haven't you heard? The wedding's been called off.
Not your wedding. Mine. Oh, that reminds me. Might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married? But to whom?
Che bella cosa, giornata e sola, l'aria serena. Oh, beautiful lady with baffled expression.
You're marrying Adolfo?
I know it's surprising, but when I look into his eyes, his big, clumsy eyes, why, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, indeed, it is a love.
Oh, there you are! All right! Come here, right up at the table, not only card, can't take the pressure. If this goes on any longer, the old tinker's gonna give out. So please, God, please tell me, is there gonna be a wedding, or is there not gonna be a wedding?
Yes.
Thank the good Lord in heaven!
Adolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
There you are! I have the most wonderful news! There's going to be a wedding.
We know.
You know?
Yeah, we just heard.
Well, who told you?
I did.
Well, how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Miss Topdale and I are to be married in the garden this evening at 7:30.
What? What? Say, what kind of cockamamie wedding is this, huh? Everybody's getting married except the bride and the groom.
Oh, there you are. Janet, I was looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Oh, please don't be that way. Janet, it's our wedding day. George has gone to all this effort into... Janet, I do love you more than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
Yeah! And I just can't explain it. Janet, I know it sounds ridiculous, but when I was kissing that French girl, it was just like kissing you. Only French.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
Wait, no, you're Mimi? That French accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I developed it when I played the role of Monique in Oh, that Baguette.
Think about this. No matter how well you play the role of happy wife, you will never, ever get a standing ovation again.
Oh, I just don't know. I'm so confused. Chaperone, please, just this one time, give me some advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
And here it is, the moment I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that has fascinated me more than any other and has brought me back to this record again and again.
Well, my advice to you is...
And here it is, listen.
While you can.
You see? You can't quite make out what she says because someone drops a K. Here it is again.
While you can.
Is she saying live while you can or leave while you can? One more time.
While you can.
Well, it's Beatrice Stockwell, so it might just be a cynical quip. But it is a wedding after all. And that's exactly what you think when you're standing at the altar at a wedding. It's either live or leave. And you have to live, right? Because on some level you do love her. It's not an exact science. An arrow doesn't fall from the sky and point to the person you're supposed to be with. So one day you say it. You say it to someone. You say, I love you. But you pose it as a question, but she takes it as a fact. And then suddenly she's standing in front of you in a $2,000 dress, with tears in her eyes, and her nephew made the chuppah. So what do? Do you say, I was joking? I was kidding. No, you can't do that. You have to live. You choose to live. And so for a couple of months, you lay in bed with her, staring at the alien form next to you. thinking to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you sing it out loud. And then it's a trial separation, and couples counseling, and every conversation has to do with her eating disorder and your Zoloft addiction, and you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting your relationship until you finally lose the deposit on the house. And then your whole relationship comes apart on a particularly ugly note, with your only copy of Gypsy flying through the air and smashing against the living room wall. But in a bigger sense, in a broader sense, it's better to live than leave. Right?
While you can.
You have no idea how many times I have listened to that.
Chaperone, you certainly have a way with words. Robert, my answer is yes. I will marry you.
Wonderful! Wonderful!
Well, Felton, it looks like this wedding's a done deal.
There's muffin you can do about it.
But there is. I found a replacement. A new leading lady. Presenting. Kitty, the incredible. Focus. Read my mind. My mind.
Ladies, go put on your frillies. We'll all get married in one big clump. That's how they do it in Utah.
George, I don't know how you did 4 weddings in one day. You must be everyone's best man now.
I am.
Of course. Let him hear it, huh? Hooray! 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 Nice time.
I am.
That's George. That's George. The best man, George.
I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought.
He's basking in the glory of a fight well fought. Wedding bells will ring. Wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time.
stay calm, okay? Just concentrate. Keep the show alive in your minds. Don't talk to each other. Don't lose focus. I'll try to Oh God, everyone be quiet.
It's the soup,
Oh no. Oh no.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Your lights are out.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were replacing the breaker panel in the basement, so we had to turn the power off to the building.
Yes.
And so we replaced it, and then when we turned the power back on, all the circuit breakers in the apartment stripped.
Yes.
Yeah, perfectly natural.
Yes.
Happens all the time.
Yes.
So, gotta reset your breakers.
Now?
It'll only take a second.
All right. All right. All right.
Because, I tried calling earlier before, but there was no answer.
Yes, I've been having trouble with my phone.
Oh?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. What was that?
Nothing. It was just a record.
What kind of music was
It
that?
was just a music. It was a show. You know, a musical.
Oh, you like musicals?
No.
Oh, I love musicals. My wife and I go all the time. Oh, it's incredible what they can do on stage nowadays. Have you seen Miss Saigon? They landed a helicopter on the freaking stage. That's good. I've seen them all. Cats, Les Mis, Saturday Night Fever. I like the movie better.
Really? Well, goodbye. Well, it's ruined. One note from the end of the show, the mood is broken. I should just start it again from the beginning. I can't do that, can I? You just have to understand. I just love this show so much. And I've never even seen it. My mother gave me this record. This was shortly before Father left. He didn't leave because of the record. Although I'm sure it didn't help matters. Look, I know it's not the perfect show. The spit take scene is lame. The monkey motif is lame. It does what a musical is supposed to do. It takes you to another world and gives you a little tune to carry around in your head, you know? A little something to help deal with the dreary horrors of the real world. A little something for when you're feeling blue, you know? As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble our way into the blue. And we look there, seeking answers For what?
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
Our way
I don't wanna see.
through life's funny labyrinth.
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime.
So lead us up.
Knowing left from right or right from wrong.
And the best that we can do is hold the bluebird.
We'll sing his song as we stumble along.
Still we fumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth. Where we knowing left from right or right from wrong. The best that we can do is hold the bluebird. We'll sing his song as we stumble along. As we stumble, fumble, fumble, crumble. As we stumble